These overlooked energy stocks will experience a lift from rising oil prices. Here are three overlooked energy stocks trading at significant discounts to the market. Permian Resources, a bargain at 4 times 2024 earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Vital Energy, the recent Permian asset acquisitions will lead to a 90% increase in free cash flow. Devon Energy, a laggard due for a catch-up trading at a forward 7.5% free cash flow yield. Let's dive in. Hidden gems. Here are the three energy stocks flying under the radar. Welcome to Timely Investment Research. As Treasury yields approach 17-year highs, valuations are starting to matter more. Investors are ditching expensive technology stocks and rotating into value. One area of safety is overlooked energy stocks trading at single-digit forward price to earnings. After a sluggish first half due to the decline in crude prices, energy stocks are recovering nicely. The rally in oil prices catalyzed the recovery. Notably, crude oil prices have broken above $87, a strong resistance zone over the past year. And with the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries sticking to its production cuts, supply is getting squeezed. These actions have set the stage for sustainably higher oil prices. Even analysts have turned bullish, with Goldman Sachs increasing its Brent crude price target to $100. They expect supply to remain constrained as Saudi Arabia maintains its voluntary cuts up to the second quarter of next year. Meanwhile, they expect the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries to keep its 1.7 million barrels per day cut through 2024. Given the constrained supply dynamics, these overlooked energy stocks will do well. Number 1. Permian Resources. After the recent plan to acquire Earthstone Energy, this energy stock is a buy. The firm has aggressively acquired acreage in the Permian Basin, but this deal is a game changer. First, Permian Resources will add 223,000 net acres from the deal. Besides enhancing its position with some of the best geological assets, the deal is immediately accretive. It will boost all key financial metrics. For instance, even before any cost synergies kick in, it will be accretive to free cash flow per share. Furthermore, after the deal closes, there will be $175 million in annual total cost synergies. The firm will save about $115 million from drilling, completions, and facilities, lease operating expenses, and gathering, processing, and transportation expenses. The rest of the cost savings will be from administrative and capital costs. Notably, the combined entity will enjoy significant benefits from economies of scale. It will be the sixth largest producer in the Permian Basin. As a result, the new Permian Resources will enjoy lower operating costs and cost of capital. In terms of valuation, the stock is cheap. Based on management forecasts, the firm trades at under 4x 2024 earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Considering the bargain forward multiple and rock-solid balance sheet, Permian Resources is one of the overlooked energy stocks to buy. Number 2. Vital Energy. Another acquirer in the Permian Basin has been Vital Energy. On September 13th, it announced its acquisition of oil and gas properties in the Permian worth $1.165 billion. Considering the significant acreage added, Vital Energy stock remains one of the most overlooked energy stocks. Through the acquisition, the company acquired 53,000 acres and 248 million barrels of oil equivalent of proven reserves. After these additions, Vital Energy will produce 112,000 barrels of oil equivalent per day in 2024. The new production target represents over 25% production growth. Yet, the stock continues to trade at one of the lowest multiples. Management expects the pro forma free cash flow in fiscal year 2024 will be about $375 million. That represents a 90% increase. Based on the free cash flow estimate, Vital Energy stock trades under 3 times the expected fiscal year 2024 free cash flow. Indeed, it's one of the most overlooked energy stocks, especially in a rising oil price environment. Also, the deal increases oil production to 50% of the total. Overall, these asset additions are a good deal for the company. In addition to the free cash flow growth mentioned earlier, they bring in high-return locations. Notably, the 150 gross locations added have a break-even price of $50 per barrel for West Texas Intermediate crude. Finally, the oil and gas producer expects to quickly reduce its leverage to 1.0x by the end of 2024. Vital Energy's management has a history of making disciplined acquisitions that drive production growth. This deal is another example, and the rising oil prices are a tailwind for this bargain energy stock. Number 3. Devon Energy. One laggard that could be due for a catch-up is Devon Energy. Over the last 3 months, Brent crude is up over 20%, and the S&P Oil and Gas Exploration and Production ETF is up over 17%. Meanwhile, Devon Energy stock is down 11% over the same period. Much of the softness has come from a slight miss in second quarter earnings. Also, the markets didn't like that it lowered its dividend to 49 cents per share. However, there are many reasons to like Devon Energy stock here. First, as earlier mentioned, it has been a laggard and is due for a catch-up. Secondly, although it missed earnings in the second quarter, the company maintained full-year production of 643,000 to 663,000 barrels of oil equivalent per day. With crude hitting 2023 highs, there will be a material improvement in revenues in the coming quarters. Furthermore, management expects a slight decline in capital spending for the third quarter. That means there might be more cash flow available to boost shareholder returns. As of this recording, the stock trades at a forward PE of 10 and a 7.5% free cash flow yield. Analysts think the stock is one of the overlooked energy stocks and predict over 20% upside. Thanks for spending some time with us today, Timely Investment Research. We're so glad you did. If you found value in today's video, please leave us a like, hit that bell icon to never miss an upload, and hey, don't forget to subscribe.